No, really, where is he? I'll go. So big cute to know you, isn't it?
Everybody knows it. Ain't even snow on the road. Head to Hollywood, or maybe it's Encino.
Chop, chop.
Here's to the babies in a brand new world. Here's to the beauties of the stars. Here's to the travelers in an open world. Here's to the dreamers in bars. Here's to the teachers in a crowded room. Here's to the workers in the field. Here's to the preachers in a sacred word. Here's to the drivers at the wheel. Here's to you, my little loves, with blessings from above. Let the day begin. Here's to you, my little loves, with blessings from above. Let the day begin, day begin. Here's to the winners of the human race. Here's to the losers of the game. Here's to the soldiers of the bitter air. Here's to the wall that bears the games. Here's to you, my little loves, with blessings from above. Let the day begin. Here's to you, my little loves, with blessings from above. Let the day begin. Here's to the doctors and their healing work. Here's to the loved one and their care. Here's to the strangers in the streets tonight. Here's to the lonely everywhere. Here's to you, my little loves, with blessings from above. Let the day begin. Here's to you, my little loves, with blessings from above. Let the day begin. Here's to you, my little loves, with blessings from above. Let the day begin. Here's to you, my little loves, with blessings from above. Let the day begin.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. How are you this morning? Good. Good, good, good. So we are a spiritual community, yes? We're here to live amazing lives, yes? We're here to recognize and understand that by changing our beliefs, by changing our mind, we create a different experience of our life. Yes? Yes. All right. I'd also like to say welcome to everyone on Facebook Live this morning and to everyone who works in the archives. Yeah, works in the archives. That's good. Lives in the archives. Brian, you got me. Who will watch in the archives later this week. So, to start, I am going to suggest that we get up off our seats and welcome each other. Say hello to your neighbor, introduce yourself, and get to know who's in your community. Yes, you can introduce yourself to yourself if you like. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, sweetie. How are ya? Good. Hello, sweetie. Good, 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 good. Did you get to meet anybody? Yeah? Okay. Slowly. All right. So when you're ready and you're finished giving your hugs, come on back to your seats. Now you have the words to this song in your program. And I invite you all to stand up, and we're going to sing out loud.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have faith, you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. You just call on me, brother, if you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, if you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on
Thank you. You know, singing is a great way to express spirit, yes? Yes, yes. So, I have a couple of announcements for you this morning. Number one, we have laughter yoga upstairs tomorrow night. Ha 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 ha. It's very fun. As you heard about my story last week, what happened after laughter yoga. Also, I am teaching a class starting the first Monday in August. It will be every Monday online via Zoom, called Your Invisible Power. This is by Geneviève Behrend, is the book. It's a PDF that you get for free on the internet because this is such an old book. And this woman was the only person to ever study with Judge Thomas Troward, who influenced Ernest Holmes in creating religious science. He talks about the law. So, what Geneviève Behrend does is she just gives you this incredible insight to the power within you to visualize and create your life the way that you desire. So you can sign up for that in the bookstore. You can sign up for that class online as well. A couple other things. We do have a board meeting after service today at 1 p.m. You are welcome to attend our board meeting. And on July 29th, upstairs, we have an incredible Qigong master who is giving a Qigong class and meditation. Now, all the information on his classes are now on the website, because if you go to the CSL website, you will see that there is now a calendar of events on the home page. And all you have to do is click on the day, and you can see what's happening throughout the month here at the center. So another great thing to look at there. Okay. That's it for announcements. I'm trying to keep them short. I am going to invite up our lead practitioner today, and I owe Judy a big thank you because Sonia Byrne was supposed to be here for this morning, and she had her ministerial class in San Diego, was hopping on a flight to San Francisco, to somewhere else, and then to Toronto. She got completely rerouted last night, and right now is, I think, in Chicago. So she will be here later this afternoon, so I called Judy this morning, and I said, please, can you do a prac talk? And she said, absolutely. So thank you, Judy, and I'm going to invite you to come on up.
Okay. It's amazing what you can... Okay. It's amazing what you can pull together in a few minutes. I got up at 7:45, and Helen called me at 7:50, and it's not a problem. That's what we do. When there's a need to step up, our practitioners, we all step up. We're here to support Helen, you, and the center. So what I said to her was, well, the thing that's been really on my mind, because I read Emmett Fox. You can see that he's well read. The year around Emmett Fox, 365 days around the year. And on June the 20th, this past June the 20th, the message really, really, really resonated with me. He said, this is a quote from that day, and I've read this 6 other times. I've been reading this for 6 years. And somehow, June the 20th, it really got to me. It really anchored. He says, you have not only a physical body, but also a second body, made of a form of energy too fine to be seen. This etheric body penetrates the physical body as air fills a sponge. And I thought about that, and I thought about that, and he goes on to say, it is this etheric body that is the repository of all your thoughts and all your feelings. Wow. Now we talk about science of mind. That is science of mind. This air is spirit, or God, if you will. God is spirit. Spirit is God. And this is how I know that spirit is breathing in me. And this is how I know that spirit is breathing in you. In everybody I see, in everything I see. I get it. I've known this, but boy, is it deep now. It is anchored. And the reading itself is about understanding death. And that's been a thing for me. My husband died, as you know, for those of you who know me. He died 5.5 years ago. And I kind of wonder where he is. Sometimes I drive by Edward's Gardens where I spread his ashes, unbeknownst to anybody there. And as I drive by, I say hello, but I always hope that he's doing well. But now I know that spiritually, his spirit is alive. Our body goes, but the spirit is always there. We don't die in the sense of extinction. So this is kind of personal for me. So this same breath is in all of us, and that's the oneness. It was a winter day, actually, for those of you who are sneezing. It's only a body. So knowing that my body holds all my thoughts and all my feelings is what keeps me now, even more so, on high watch for everything I think and everything I say. And sometimes I slip up, but I catch myself. Of course, that's going to happen. So we say in this philosophy, it is the science of mind, and this is the science. This is the science of it all. It's quantum physics, our thoughts and our feelings. It's about vibrational frequency of our thoughts and our feelings. You know, on Facebook, there was a beautiful, it's funny, when something comes into your mind, all of a sudden, more things come into your life to support that. And on Facebook, and I posted it on my Facebook page, I saw this beautiful posting. It says, your body hears everything your mind says. Isn't that funny how when we think of something? And even today's science of mind, I read this every day as well, even today's reading was all about love within us. So that spirit, that love, that air that fills our body is love. So I know that love is within everybody here, that spirit is within everybody here, and that's what I see. It's anchored more deeply than ever before. So, I have an affirmation for you, and I invite you to, that we quickly developed this morning. Spirit moves through me at all times. Please say it with me twice. Spirit moves with me at all times. Spirit moves through me at all times. Namaste. So I invite everybody to just take a breath and know that that breath is spirit filling you up with love and with light and with beautiful, beautiful spiritual energy. Because that's all there is. Spirit is in everything. It's in each of us, and it's in everything that is. And that is how we are connected. We are connected at our core, at our etheric body, at this spiritual body that is who each of us is. And in this knowing, I relax, for I know that spirit is ever present, all powerful, all knowing, and always creating. And it's creating right now through whatever thoughts each of us is having, through whatever feeling each of us is having right now. Spirit is creating. So let us remind ourselves to keep a very high watch on everything we think and everything we say. For our body hears our thoughts and our feelings all the time. Grateful for knowing this, grateful for this truth, grateful for this knowledge, grateful for spirit and love within each and every one of us. I release these words to the law, knowing it is so. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you.
I'd say that was pretty darn good for jumping in at the last minute there. All right, I'm going to hand it over to the band for our feature with our guest vocalist, Maria Carmela.
Come on, man. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 1.
Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. Yesterdays and days before, sun is cold and rain is hard. I know, been that wild for some time. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. Yesterdays and days before, sun is cold and rain is hard. I know, been that way for a while now. Till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know, it can't stop, I wonder. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day.
Thank you. Maria Carmela and the band. The band. The band is the band. Oh. You know, I think life is great. I feel so incredibly blessed, and I feel that I have such an amazing life because I get to see spirit everywhere, and I feel awake, I feel alive, and I feel excited. Until something happens. Oh, you know, if I think of the words, someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm, right? It's just like, life is so great. And then, oops, there's something that happens and we get really caught up in it, or at least I get really caught up in the moment of circumstances. And then kind of move through it, and it's all good, and there's the sun again. There's the light. Sometimes we don't pay attention to the little things that are showing up along the way, the little signposts that say, you're not paying attention here. And they build, and they build, and they build, and then there's the storm. There is the storm. And so how do we, there are storms. There are always going to be storms that happen. But how do we move through it and really expand and grow and understand that that storm is spirit too. It too is a part of the expression of this beautiful, divine, loving universe that we live in. It's how we handle it. How do we bring ourselves to it? You know, our theme this month is expand your mind. Expand your mind. So in order to expand, we need to be awake, aware, conscious, and be paying attention to those little things that are showing up along the way. And that means also to pay attention to the little things, the little beams of light that are showing up along the way. Because sometimes it's really easy to pay attention. Oh yeah, I saw that negative thing coming. I saw that. I'm aware of this negative thing. But are we aware of the light? Are we aware of the good? Are we paying attention to the good in our life? Those little things that are so beautiful. It's like, last night I was out. I tried to take my dog for a walk. She likes to go for a walk, and then she gets so far and she puts on the brakes. It's like, okay, I'm done. I want to go home. But as I'm doing that, I'm leaning over to smell these incredible roses. Are we seeing the roses? Are we paying attention? Are we taking time to smell them? And then does your dog drag you home? What happens if we start to pay attention to all those light messages? Because they are all around us. How many of us have had these ideas that have been downloaded and you go, oh my gosh, that could be amazing. That could be absolutely fantastic. And you know, when your heart starts to flutter and you feel it in your gut and you get all excited and it's like, oh, that would be such a good idea, but I really can't. You know, I'm not smart enough. I don't have the resources. I can't do it. And, you know, really, it was just a passing thought. And we let it go. We miss out. We miss out on those good little things. Or we can allow others to dismiss it for us. When we go to tell somebody else, I have this amazing idea. This is what I want to do. Really? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we start doubting ourselves. But here's the other thing we do. We abrogate our responsibility because it is our responsibility to listen and to pay attention to what the divine universe is telling us. And isn't it easy to just let go of those messages? It's like, But yet, this message, this idea, it could be the thing that is yours to do. But then we blow it off. So let's start paying attention to those gleams of light. Because we have to trust that those gleams of light that are downloaded from this divine universe are for us. And we have to start trusting ourselves despite what anybody else says. And one of the things I've learned to do is when those beams of light start being downloaded, I zip my mouth. I stop telling people, and I just do it. This is what is known as self-reliance, of really understanding that within us we know. Nobody out here, no collective consciousness knows for us. We know. And our life, it is not meant to be an apology for the things that we regret not doing. Our life is meant to be a masterpiece of our choices, our actions, and our soul's deepest desires. Our life is meant to be this masterpiece because we are a masterpiece. Each one of us is a masterpiece walking upon this earth. And you know, there was a study done with people who were getting ready to transition. They were asked which they regret, or which regret actually had a deeper pain for them. The things they had done and wished they hadn't, or the things they hadn't done and wished they had. The things the people had not done and wished they had done and experienced in their life held far more pain for them. So what are things that you wish you would have done? What is it that you want to do that you would regret not doing in your life? How many of you have had some ideas, a bucket list of things you want to do, and you're not doing them? And you have all those excuses as to why you're not going to do them. Yeah. But do you want to be in the pain of regret as you're finished living in this earth suit on this earth plane? And you're transitioning and, yep, don't know where you're going, but you're going somewhere because you're leaving this earth plane. Each one of us, we are divine beings with a divine destiny. So it is well worth paying attention to the messages of possibility that are all around us. We live in this field of infinite possibilities. And it is your destiny that is seeking to break through you, to break you out of the bondage, the limitations of your mind, those erroneous, negative beliefs that keep you limited, that have you saying, I'm not enough. I don't deserve it. I can't do it. We are meant to break into the lightness of being. This is what we're here to experience. The lightness of being. Einstein said, the most important decision that an individual can make in their entire lifetime. Is that Spirit calling right now? Hey, listen to that message. All messages. Yeah, listen to them. It's okay. It's just fine. They might be leaving you a beam of light message. Hold that as a possibility. So I'm going to go back to this quote. Einstein said, the most important decision that an individual can make in their entire lifetime is whether they believe the universe is friendly. I believe it. Do you? The universal, unconditioned, loving energy presence that is for us. How often are we paying attention to those little signs along the way that the universe is for us, that the universe has our back? Do you understand that everything that is happening in our life is for us? It's happening for us. It's not happening to us to make us suffer. It is happening for us so that we can expand our minds, so that we can pay attention, so that we can live consciously, so that we can live in the energy of love. It is not happening to us. When we can remember this, we can shift our entire perspective from one of defensiveness and shame and guilt and anger to one of self-responsibility and self-reliance. All we need to do is go within and to know the spiritual truth in every situation and to start paying attention. When you find yourself in a muddle, isn't that a great word, muddle? Yeah, I love that. Emmett Fox uses it in his poem, Love. It makes no difference how deep set the trouble, how hopeless the outlook, how great the mistake, how muddled the tangle. A sufficient realization of love, which is the universe, which is us, will dissolve it all. Now, we all have muddles in our life, yes? Whether it is that, you've lost a job or you're having a health difficulty, you've had a fight with your partner or fighting with your kids or fighting with your dog. I mostly fight with my dog these days. She doesn't want to go for walks. Or perhaps you experience someone else that's in a muddle in their life. What's our first impulse? Our first conditioned impulse is to pretend it doesn't exist. We want to push it away. Got it handled. It's okay. It isn't really happening. We want to eat it. We want to drink it away, run away, fight. And we start to believe that because this muddle is showing up in our life, there's something wrong with me, something wrong with us. And that is shame. That is core shame. That somehow I am the one who is inherently defective and that I'm just stuck with this muddle. And that is so not true for each and every one of us. We are coded with divine destiny. We are encoded by the divine in our DNA. We first came from spirit. And if spirit is infinite and spirit is infinite love, then so must we be, no matter what our circumstances are. And that divine destiny, that divine love is just seeking a way to be expressed. So we must go within and know that we do live in this field of unlimited potential. And we must seek to know the truth amidst all the muddles in our life. Because at the very core of that muddle is spirit. The muddle is just a structure of our beliefs that we have unconsciously or consciously adopted that aren't serving us. And yet, that muddle that's showing up, it is a divine opportunity to find our seed of willingness to find the truth in it. Emma Curtis Hopkins has a great example of this in her book, The Hidden Truth. She talked about our judgment of seeing someone smoking. I might have said this once before, or twice, or 3 times maybe, or maybe not by the looks on your faces. Okay, it's so good. It was an aha in our class of when we see someone smoking and we say, you should stop smoking. It's bad for your health. No, we should not. Because that person is on their perfect journey and we have no right to interrupt it. The only thing that we must do is see the truth of that person, that they are a divine being. They are on their perfect path. And that is the perfect experience for that person to be having. So now, you're going to have a whole different outlook when you see somebody smoking. Yeah, you might be working on that one a little bit, but But we have no right because we do not know for that other person. We only know for us. And we must be very, very clear on really going in and going, well, okay, so that's not right for me. I'm clear about me, and that's the only person I can be clear about. Everybody else's path is their divine, perfect journey, and that divine destiny of whatever they are choosing. So when we're willing to know the spiritual truth in every situation, you know, if you lost your job, it's like, I know that there are infinite opportunities for me, that this is not the end. This opens up a whole new avenue of new beginnings, new opportunities. But you know, we get so stuck in the trauma and the drama of, oh my God, I lost my job. And then you tell somebody else, and what do they say? Oh my God, you lost your job. And it just continues and continues, and the trauma and the drama builds and builds and builds. And so we're all stuck in this collective consciousness of, that's the most horrible thing ever. And yet it might be the perfect thing for that person. So to know that spiritual truth, to be present with yourself, and to be willing to be with the muddle, to heal it versus running away from it. To know that that muddle is for my highest and best good. It is happening for me, not to me, which then alleviates me being a victim. And then I can find my way through by finding those beams of light, downloading those beams of light, and paying attention to them. Because when we're so caught up in the trauma and drama, we don't pay attention to those beams of light. We don't see them. So it's about paying attention. You know, I have a really big vision for this center. And one of the things that came to me one night as I was working, and really should have been sleeping because I had to get up at 5 a.m, and I'm tossing and turning, and my head's churning and churning, and all this stuff is coming through, and it's like, my big aha is, in all of this, in all the work that I want to do here, I want to leave a legacy of a loving community that is thriving, that is healthy, that is prosperous, that is growing. Because everything, every beam of light that I pay attention to, that comes through me, has an effect on the future of this center. And you are the center, not me. You are it. You are the ones that can make the choices by listening to those beams of light of what the next evolution of this center is to be. But I want it to be one where new thought teachings continue to thrive and to reach the next generation and the next generation and the next generation. So for me, it's like I need to pay attention to what needs to happen here for this to happen. For me to leave a legacy of prosperity and education and community, and most importantly, love. Got to pay attention. So here's what I'm going to invite you to do. I'm going to ask you to take a moment and to go within yourself. You might just want to put your hands on your heart. Heart space is a good place. It's the most powerful energy system in our body. Set your intention to connect to your heart, that your heart is the gateway to your divine destiny. It is the seat of your soul. And what I want you to do now is place any muddle that you are having in your life deep into the core of your heart. Give it over to your heart. and ask, Muddle, what are you here for me to know? What do you want me to know? And you might get the answer, you might get the answer tomorrow, you might get the answer next week. This is what our spiritual practice is giving it over to Spirit. What do you want me to know about this? For I am open to hearing the clarity of perfect knowing, perfect being, perfect action. And the answer will come to you with your intuitive knowing. Keep asking. For Spirit will tell you, Spirit will always tell you the right answer for you. And then say to yourself, I am love. For this is what Spirit will tell you. I am love. I am enough. And I want you to say that out loud after me. I am love. I am enough. I am here for a divine purpose. I am a divine being with a divine destiny. I live in a friendly universe that is for me. Breathe that in. Breathe it in. All right. As I'm nodding my head here. Brandon, it's time. It's time. I'm going to pray. It's time. So let's just breathe in. That knowing that, yes, I am love. I am enough. I am here for a divine purpose. I have a divine destiny. And I'm willing to pay attention to those beams of light that pass through me. And I'm ready to capture those beams of life and light and say yes to them. Because I now have this understanding that, yes, I am love, I am light, I am enough, for I am part of a benevolent, giving, divine, perfect universe that always has my back, that is here for me. And so this energy moves through me, as each one of us, as we expand and we know that, any muddle is this opportunity to expand our minds in spiritual truth, to know the truth, and then allow the muddle to dissolve. And allow more light, more peace, more grace, more life to happen for me, as I know I get to choose it through the seed of my willingness. I allow that love to fertilize the seed of willingness and to grow into something magnificent. For this universe is so delicious, so sweet, so giving. And for this knowing, I am grateful. I am so very grateful. And so I know that as my word is spoken, it's done. And all I need to do is release and let that divine energy flow. So let it go. Breathe it in, breathe it out, and let it go. And together, we say, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you, everyone. So this is our time of conscious giving. So I'm changing it up. We used to call it our offering. I'm calling it conscious giving, with the consciousness of love and honor and grace and respect, with the consciousness of understanding the law of receptivity and reciprocity, the law of giving and receiving, that as we give from our hearts, right? Cheerful giving, happy giving, conscious giving. As we give out, we receive in so many beautiful ways. And so as the baskets go around, and if you want to also fill out your prayer request card and pop that into the basket, you're more than welcome to do so. And myself and our practitioners will pray over your cards throughout the week. As the baskets go around, let's stand up and sing, "Give What I've Got to Give."
For the gifts in these baskets, for this conscious giving, this love that allows, that comes to us from your generosity, that allows this center to grow and to inspire and to reach out to the world, to each of us, and on it goes beyond these walls. Grateful for these gifts, I release these words to the law, and together we say, and so it is.
What do I have to give? What do I need to live? What do I have to share? What can I do to show I care? What do I
over to the band and Maria Carmela for our benediction song.
A blue shoots up through the stony ground. There is no room, no space in this town. You're out of luck, and the reason that you had to care, the traffic is stuck, and you're not moving anywhere. You thought you found a friend to take you out of this place, someone you could lend a hand in return for grace. It's a beautiful day. The sky falls and feel like it's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. You're on the road, but you got no destination. You're in the mud, in the maze of her imagination. You love this town, even if that doesn't ring true. You've been all over, but it's been all over you. It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. Touch me. Take me to that other place. Teach me. I know I'm not a hopeless case. See the world in green and blue. See China right in front of you. You can broken by a cloud. See the tuna fleets are clearing out. See the better in the fires at night. See the oil fields at first light. And see the bird with the leaf in her mouth. After the flood and the colors all came out. It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. It's a beautiful day. Touch me. Take me to that other place. Teach me. No, I'm not a hopeless case. You don't have what you don't need it now. If you don't know what you don't need it now. If you don't know, then you don't need it now. Don't need it now. Don't need it now. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
Thank you. Few thank yous. Thank you. So I want to first of all start off by thanking Maria Carmela being our guest vocalist, and Brendan and Julian, Rustin, Brian, and Carrie and the band. Thank you so much. And I'm looking for the rest of my thank yous here, which, well, they'll be short. Oh, thank you to Judy and Margaret Ann and Christine in the bookstore and Mahala upstairs with the kids, Jim on camera, Cohen on sound, Tony for greeting. Thank you so, so much. Couldn't do it without you. And thank you to all of you. I would like to invite anyone who is here for the first time, so I know I'm going to out the two of you, to stand up. And then I'm going to invite the rest of us to stand up so you won't be alone there. And repeat after me. We thank you for being here.
We thank you for being here.
We see you and we love you.
We see you and we love you.
You are amazing.
You are amazing.
You are a divine being.
You are a divine being.
Thank you for your presence here today.
Thank you for your presence here today.
Thank you, everyone. So many blessings to you. I appreciate your presence here today. Thank you to everyone watching online or in the archives later. Got that right. And we are going to close out the day with Dancing in the Streets. Woohoo!
Please sing along.
1, 2, 3.
Calling out around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? Summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street, dancing in Chicago, down in New Orleans, in New York City. All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. They'll be swinging and swaying and records playing for dancing in the street. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. Every guy grab a girl, everyone all around the world will be dancing in the street. It's an invitation across the nation, a chance for folks to meet. They'll be laughing and singing and music swinging and dancing in the street in Philadelphia, PA, down in Baltimore, DC. Now, don't forget the Motor City. All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. They'll be swinging and swaying and records playing and dancing in the street. It doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. So every guy and every girl, grab your hand all around the world. They'll be dancing in the street, dancing in the street. We're dancing in the street, dancing in the street, dancing in the street, dancing in the street, dancing in the street.
Have a good week, everybody.